All right, let's dive right in. We're about to tackle one of the biggest, most important questions in personal finance. How do you make sure your money lasts as long as you do? Let's get into it.
You know, this is the question that keeps a lot of people up at night. I mean, think about it. Pensions are kind of disappearing, the markets can be all over the place, and that fear of outliving your savings? It is very, very real. That's really the fundamental problem we're going to explore today.
So, what if you could take a chunk of your savings and build your very own personal pension? Just imagine that for a second. A guaranteed paycheck for the rest of your life. That's the core idea we're unpacking here, and it has a name.
At its heart, an annuity is actually pretty simple. It's just a contract between you and an insurance company. You give them a lump sum of your money, and in return, they promise to pay you back a steady, predictable stream of income. Its entire job is to solve that problem of uncertainty.
Okay, so why would somebody actually choose to do this? Well, it really boils down to three main benefits. Let's call them the three pillars of annuities.
First up, and honestly, this is the big one for most people, income. This is the classic reason to own an annuity. It's all about turning your savings into a paycheck you can't outlive, basically replacing the kind of security a traditional pension used to offer. It's that peace of mind knowing you have money coming in every month, no matter what the market is doing or how many birthdays you celebrate.
All right, pillar number 2 is growth. See, before you even start taking income, an annuity can be a really powerful way to grow your savings. The magic word here is tax-deferred. That just means you don't pay taxes on your gains every single year, which helps your money compound a lot faster. You could go with a simple fixed interest rate, or you could choose something called an index-linked strategy. That kind of ties your potential gains to a market index like the S&P 500, giving you a shot at more upside without actually risking your principal.
And that brings us to our third pillar, protection. And this is a huge one. With most fixed annuities, your principal, your initial investment, is protected from market losses. You simply can't lose it if the market crashes. Plus, you can name a beneficiary so the money can pass directly to your heirs, avoiding the whole headache of probate court. It's this unique mix of safety and potential returns that can often beat other conservative options, like CDs.
Okay, so that covers the why. But now for the really practical stuff. Is an annuity actually a good fit for you? Let's get into the when, the who, and the how of it all. What's really interesting is that an annuity isn't a one-size-fits-all, one-time decision. It's a tool that can adapt as you get older. You know, when you're in your 30s, the focus might be on pure, long-term, tax-deferred growth. In your 40s, maybe you start shielding that principal. By your 50s and 60s, the game totally changes. It's all about locking in that guaranteed income. And then later in life, it can just be about turning your remaining assets into an immediate, safe paycheck. The strategy really evolves with you.
So who is this actually for? This chart lays out the dividing line pretty clearly. On one side, an annuity can be a fantastic fit if your top priorities are things like lifetime income, protecting your savings, and getting predictable growth. But on the other hand, it's probably not the right tool if you have short-term goals, if you need immediate, unrestricted access to all of your money, or if you're a high-risk investor just chasing the absolute highest market returns.
Okay, so let's say you're thinking this path makes sense. What does the process actually look like? Well, it's pretty straightforward, really. Step 1, you got to define your goal. Are you solving for income, for growth, or maybe a little of both? That answer is going to help you with step 2, selecting the right type of annuity. From there, you figure out how you're going to fund it, and finally, step 4, you shop around. It's so important to compare different insurance companies to find the best rates and contract terms for you.
And how do you actually pay for it? Well, you've basically got two main lanes here. You can use pre-tax retirement money, like rolling over funds from a 401k or an IRA, which is a tax-free transfer. Or you can use after-tax money from, say, a savings account or a brokerage account. And which way you go really matters, because it affects how your future income payments get taxed down the road.
Now listen up, because this next part is super important. Annuities are powerful, but remember, they are contracts with very specific rules. If you want to be a smart buyer, you absolutely have to understand the details in the fine print. These 5 details right here, you have got to understand them inside and out in any contract you look at. Pay really close attention to surrender charges. Those are basically penalties for taking out too much of your money too soon. You also need to know the liquidity rules, which tell you how much you can take out each year without a penalty. Knowing all the details on costs, renewal rates, and taxes before you sign is what separates a smart decision from a future headache.
You know, this quote really just nails it, doesn't it? It captures the whole essence of what we've been talking about. It's not just about income or growth or protection by themselves. It's that rare combination of all three in one single product that makes an annuity such a unique financial tool.
So, at the end of the day, we'll leave you with this question. An annuity is one potential answer to the retirement income puzzle, for sure, but it's not the only one. The most critical thing is just to have an answer. So what's your plan to make sure your paycheck lasts as long as you do?